broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now.
Live. Welcome to this live session with my East China, your real estate success strategist and the mayor of housing. I want to ensure we are live across all channels, and in the next couple of minutes we'll be starting this presentation. Please, if you've not shared this with your friends, share with your friends, especially those that you are eyeing to be your spouse, or you are hoping to woo to be your spouse, because this might determine whether you guys end up or not. So you're welcome, and we're going to quickly rush through it. Last week, when this topic was chosen by Chidozie Ume, I felt it's going to be a straightforward topic that I'll probably finish in 10 minutes. I'll have the rest of the day to contend with. And last week we finished at about 7:30 p.m. and I didn't want that. I only want to keep us between 6 and 7. So right now I'm going to rush through this presentation. Those of you that see value in it, that want to dig deep, you have to watch the recap in 2 weeks' time when we'll be posting it on Saturday. So let's get right into it. Today's topic is choosing your spouse, and this is a very important topic because this is your destiny, because one of the greatest determinants of your destiny is the choice of who you marry. Nothing else can affect your destiny like your marital destiny. And the standard of spouse you decide to settle for will determine the standard of life you will live. You can't live life better than the spouse you settle for. And when you get this right, you will celebrate the right spouse. But when you get this wrong, you will tolerate the wrong spouse. And we are ensuring your life is a celebration and not a tolerance. And one of the wisest sages to live, Socrates, said, by all means marry. If you get a good wife, you will be happy. If you get a bad one, you will become a philosopher. I love that. So whatever you celebrate, you accelerate. Whatever you tolerate, you proliferate. And this is the issue. When you have a good person and you celebrate the person, you accelerate the person becoming better. But when you have a bad person and you tolerate the person, you accelerate the person becoming worse and multiplying in each badness or evil. So there is a 7-step guide on how to choose the right spouse. If you follow this, it's 100% guarantee you will not fail if you are true to yourself. Number 1 is observe yourself and the opposite sex and observe as much marriages as possible and find out what delights you. Most people are not observing life. They are passing through the streets of life blind. When you see the wife of your uncle, the wife of your cousin, and you are observing how they live, you tell yourself, I don't want to live like these guys. I want to live like this guy. If I'm ever going to marry, I want to marry a woman like this. So the first step is observe and also know what you like, because in marriage, more than any other part of life, we allow what we think we like to derail us from what we actually like. So number 2, this is where the main work starts. Step 2, define the right spouse that will delight you in as much specific details as possible. And the target is 40 pages. Most people just say, I want a good God-fearing wife. That's not a description. What kind of hair do you want your wife to have? What kind of nails? What kind of nail color? What kind of finger? What height? What color? What eye color? What kind of disposition? Her voice, tone of voice, loud voice like the mayor of housing, or gentle voice. How does her cooking skills, her religious, her prayer. The target is to describe 40 pages of your dream spouse. If you've not reached 40 pages, keep going. When I did mine, I think I ended up at 17 pages. So, and that was because I knew other things and I presumed them. Number 3, after you've defined that spouse, this is where the step that will determine whether you get it or not. Because if you lie to yourself at this stage, everything is rubbish. At this stage, you're going to ask yourself, what is the dream spouse that this your described spouse will fall for? The person that wow this your spouse. Because if you describe the queen, it will take not just a king or a prince to woo her, but a prince that will make her shout, wow, like Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. So when you describe this person, like if you're a woman and you described your dream husband, you're not going to ask yourself, what kind of woman will this husband be interested in marrying that when he meets that woman, he will shout, wow. Start describing that woman. And this one should be 50% more than the one you described. So if you describe the right spouse in 40 pages, you should do this one for 60 pages. I did 17 pages for my wife when I was describing her before I ever met her. But I did almost 56 pages for myself. That's more than 300% more. Then, when you finish, you keep the spouse and then start working on that person you described that wow your spouse. You are now going to work on yourself to become that person that wow your spouse. If your dream spouse will be wild with somebody that has made it, start working on making it. If your dream spouse will be wild by somebody that is always happy, start working on becoming happy and be looking up to that thing you wrote about your dream spouse and only accept what is written. Anybody that is not according to what is written there is not your spouse. So read and review what you've wrote regularly to get happy, especially when wrong addresses, because a lot of wrong addresses, pretenders will come. When they come and annoy you, you bring out the real person and say, oh, if this was my wife or my spouse, person will not allow me. Then the step 6 is where you fail or succeed. The only thing that will make you fail in this thing is your emotions. You have described Queen Elizabeth that you are going to marry. Margaret Thatcher comes, but because Margaret Thatcher has dimple and her smile is beautiful and has a terrible character, you settle for Margaret Thatcher because your emotions want Margaret Thatcher and you are too impatient to wait for Queen Elizabeth. So you have to school your head to be stronger than your imagination and prioritize compatibility over excitability. In Africa, this is one of the things that kills men. Many men have married because of big bum bum and big breast and have divorced or are regretting the marriage. Big bum bum and big breast is excitability. Character is compatibility. Number 7, avoid group marriage or third-party matchmaking. Group marriage is, I want marry because my guys don't marry. That's group marriage. I want marry because all my girlfriends are married. That's group marriage. I want to marry because my sister has married, I'm next. That's group marriage. Or third-party matchmaking where somebody tells you there's this mayor of housing is amazing and you want to marry to please the body that told you. So you alone are the author and finisher of your marriage and you are the only person that will be in the marriage when the chips are down. So don't allow those that didn't write what you want to tell you what you want. So those are the 7 steps to choosing a right spouse. And if you follow them accordingly and you don't lie to yourself, especially in step 6, you allow your wisdom to rule over your emotions, then you'll be able to work. And this worked exceptionally well for me, that I wrote about my wife, that I started working on. I have 2 stories. The first story is that there was a lady that was so fair, beautiful in my village, that when I went home and met her in my village church, I was like, man, you are beautiful, boy. You can't be my wife. She came to my house and said, why can't I be your wife? I brought out the book and said, can you be this? She read it. She said, there's no woman like this. She now asked me one important question. You that wrote this, can you be this? I now brought out the book I wrote about me and said, this is me. 56 pages. I said, read. If there's anything in that book I'm not doing, tell me. She now shouted, wow. When she shouted, wow, I knew that my wife would also shout, wow. So when my wife finally came, almost how many years after I wrote that book, I called my pastor and said, wow, she's even better than I wrote. And if she came through somebody that I know, maybe somebody close to me, I would have thought the person stole that book and gave her to read and start pretending to be, because she was everything I wrote in that book, except her initial gra, because when my wife, we met, she was doing initial hot head until I poured cold water on her head and she calmed down. So this thing I'm telling you is not from head knowledge, it's from experience. I believe I have one of the most amazing wives in the world, and that's why I'm always happy and shouting, hey, lele, pimpi. So important general truths you need to internalize. Now those are the steps. If you don't understand this part now, you miss all those steps. Why are we doing those steps? Number 1, marriage is the most beautiful thing on earth. If you don't think marriage is beautiful, you will not succeed in marriage and you will not have a beautiful marriage. I mean, all those things you hear about marriage is true. Butterflies in your belly, nostalgia, arousal, goosebumps, heart-pounding excitement, ecstasy, orgasmic joy. I didn't say orgasm. Any idiot can have orgasm. Only people in love can have orgasmic joy. And the difference is when you have orgasm and you dress up and go, that's orgasm. When you have orgasmic joy and you still cuddle yourself, that is orgasmic joy. Time standing still when you are with someone. Cloud 9. How many people have ever been cloud 9? And then, all these are possible in a good marriage. And Mignon McQuillan said, a successful marriage requires falling in love many times with the same person. So successful marriage means falling in love several times. There are sometimes I see my wife and it's as if I always ask her, baby, can I marry you again? Because you fall in love afresh and it's starting all over again. That's marriage. But those wrong ones, you fall in love once and you are regretting the rest of your life. So the secret of marriage is before you choose, think, hesitate, investigate, doubt, fire. Do all the nonsense you want to do before you choose. But after you choose and you say, I do, you must stick. And Mary Ann Schaeffer said, I don't want to be married just to be married. I can't think of anything lonelier than spending the rest of my life with someone I can't talk to, or worse still, someone I can't be silent with. Real marriage, you can talk and you can be silent. If you are with the wrong person for the rest of your life, it's worse than loneliness. Another truth you must internalize is that 1,000 broken engagements is better than one broken marriage. It's better you engage and fire 200 million people and to marry one person. And this is where the LCM of marriage, and if you have your pen and paper, you must write. Ruth Bell Graham said, a happy marriage is the union of two good forgivers. But I say, more than forgivers, remove the for, you still have givers. A marriage is a union of two givers and forgivers. You must give to each other and you must forgive each other. What makes a happy marriage is giving and forgiving. During courtship, friendship, engagement, if your spouse is not forgiving you and giving you, fire them. If they are not giving and forgiving, fire them. Then after the vow, you must practice the 100 to 0% responsibility. The worst kind of marriage is 50-50. There is no 50-50 in marriage. There is 100-0. What it means is you do everything and expect nothing. It's not you do 50, your wife will do 50. Or you do 50, your husband will do 50. There's no shared responsibility in marriage. There's only full responsibility. The man, you must do everything for your wife. The woman, you must do everything for your husband. And this is so important that the Bible said, if any provide not for his own household, especially those of his house, he has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Please read this verse again. It didn't say, if any provide not money. If you don't provide love, you don't provide submission as a woman, you don't provide protection, you don't provide sex. If you're a married woman and you deny your husband sex, or you're a married man, you deny your wife sex. If you don't provide sexual satisfaction, if you don't provide attention, if you don't provide security, if you don't provide peace of mind, all the provisions, you are worse than an infidel. So that means those that are expecting their spouse to provide rather than them provide are worse than infidel. The next important truth is express love, don't expect love. This is why many marriages break. Many marriages break because people expect love instead of expressing love. Marriage is not a noun according to Barbara De Angelis. It's something you get. It's not something you get, it's something you do. It is the way you love your partner. You express love to your partner. You express love to your partner. You have marriage. Most marriages break Mr. A is expecting love from Miss B. Miss B is expecting love from Miss A. Mr. A withholds his love until Miss B expresses her love. Miss B withholds her love until Mr. A expresses his love. They both withhold and are expecting and are fighting and separating every day until it ends in tragedy. But the greatest thing about marriage is that marriage is not for everybody. It takes deliberate discipline to be married because all fools, even mad people, can fall in love. Idiots can fall in love. But it takes a deliberate, disciplined person to stay in love. Sam Livingston said something. He said, love at first sight is easy to understand. Anybody can have love at first sight. But it is when two people have been looking at each other for a lifetime and still in love with each other, that's when the miracle happens. And that takes deliberate discipline that I'll love this person until I die. But without compatibility, marriage will not work. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go through this so I can round up by exactly 6:30. Today, I'm timing myself. This is the 15 compatibility tests that every couple will take for marriages that work. Because a great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. No, no, no. It's when an imperfect couple perfectly in their differences and enjoy those differences. I have a quote that says, spouses are like shoes. There are no perfect shoes, but there's a perfect shoe size of perfect comfort match for you. When you go to the market to buy a shoe, you are not looking for a perfect shoe. You are looking for your size and the one that doesn't pain your leg, that is comfortable for you. That's how marriage is. What counts in making a happy marriage is not how compatible you are, but how you deal with your incompatibility. If your incompatibility makes you separate, then it's not right. You are not meant to marry. But if your incompatibility brings you together, like me, I talk too much, my wife is quiet, and we are together. She's like the round peg, I'm the round hole, we match. I don't need to be a peg, she doesn't need to be a hole. So you don't need to be the same thing to be unified. So this 15 compatibility test, please, if you score, write them down so that you can score your spouse. Any spouse that doesn't score at least 12 over 15 is fired. Number one, does the person share your core values? Beyond the attraction and beyond the beauty and beyond the pointed nose, pointed car, pointed account. What are their core values, their faith, morals, and vision for life? Does it align with you? Number two, chemistry over character is more important than chemistry. There are people, if chemistry was the reason for marriage, there are people I would have married since 1960. But character is more important than chemistry. And one of the most important character in marriage is integrity and humility. In fact, both the consistency, honesty, and humility, they are all important. Emotional maturity. Please, marriage is not for babies. There are people that are 40 years that are still babies emotionally. The greatest emotional maturity is forgiveness. Anybody that is not matured enough to forgive and give is not matured enough to marry. Purpose compatibility. What's the person's purpose? If you want to be a pastor, go and marry somebody that wants to be Mommy Gio. Don't go and marry somebody that wants to be a fashion star. So your life purpose must align. Trust and safety. If you cannot trust the person, you can't marry the person. If you don't feel safe, absolutely safe, because you are giving them your heart to handle for life. Hey, a spouse is more important than a cardiological surgeon. So you can't give your heart to a bunkum. Friendship foundation, the best marriage is among best friends. If you people cannot gist together, laugh together, and enjoy together, they are fired. Number 7, financial responsibility. I know that many girls will like this one, but the truth is that you are the greatest culprit. You must be disciplined and compatible with money. Because romance without finance is nuisance. But it's not only the man. If a woman's money does not enter a marriage, she's fired. Remember I say giving and forgiving. Women, you must give your money. If your man never chop your money and it's only boxers and singlets you buy us, but we'll be buying you iPhone, you are not for marriage, you are fired. Number 8, family and social behavior. This is so important that Igbo people have a culture they call Unju. When they want to marry, they go and check your family history, whether there was a mad person among your family history, how you relate with your family. If you're an outcast from your family background is very important, and social behavior. So, but watch how, the most important thing is watch how that spouse handles people that are below him. Number 9, how do you resolve your conflict? Does the person break TV when the person gets angry? Very important. Number 10, spiritual alignment. This is so important for me. The Bible says don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. If the person is an unbeliever, it's very, very dangerous. Vision for family and children. If the person doesn't like children and you like children, run. Patience and timing. If the person says, if you don't marry me before December, you are fired, fire the person. You must patiently find out time to inspect what you are expecting. Support and encouragement. Spouses are multipliers. I forgot this quote. There's a quote that I said, weak people allow love to spoil them. Strong people allow love to spur them. So any spouse that cannot spur you on, that you are planning to own one estate, you met this lady, she's now spurring you on and encouraging you to own 10. You are planning to become a lawyer, you met this guy, he's now encouraging you to become a son. Those are the kind of people you marry. Mutual respect. If they don't respect you, especially boundaries, and they talk to you like a bunkum, they are fired. Number 15 is the biggest and is what I call the bonus. This is the, if you forget 1 to 14, only this one is important. Peace in your spirit. And this is not for everybody because not everybody is attuned with their spirit. If your proposed spouse does not give you peace that passes all human understanding, beyond the logic, beyond the emotions, beyond all the compatibility, beyond everything we are saying here, if you don't have absolute inner peace, the person is fired. And how will you be attuned with your prayers, with your spirit? Through prayer. So you yourself must connect with your spirit before you can find who can be connected to your spirit. But the final marital truth is this: you attract what you are, not what you want. Jim Rohn. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And your reality is what you tolerate. If you tolerate bunkums, you end up with a bunkum. If you tolerate only excellence, you end up with excellence. And this is the one that causes most of the divorces in the world. This and that, expecting love instead of expressing love, causes 99% of the divorces. People use makeup, charisma, beauty, charm, chance, activity, lying, pretense, or swag, or slay to get into marriage. And all those things can get you into marriage, true. But only character can keep you in marriage. The marital crisis globally today is a character crisis. And because many people are not matured enough to get married. And maturity is not a question of age. I've seen 16-year-olds that are more matured than 56-year-olds in emotional intelligence. There are 3 levels of maturity in emotional intelligence. Number 1, dependence. When you depend on other people for your decisions, your provisions, and your emotions, you are like a baby, because it's babies that are supposed to be dependent on their parents for everything. If you notice, some babies, when you laugh, they will laugh too. When you frown, they will frown because they are dependent on you. As a baby. Second level is independence. When you have grown and you can think for yourself, decide for yourself, take responsibility for yourself, and feel for yourself. And the third level is interdependence. You are so dependent that you can trust another person for both of you to collaborate together. That's why collaboration is the highest level of maturity. If you are too insecure to trust another person, you can't be interdependent. So it's those people that are matured enough, the superlative level, that should get married. That's why the Bible says, for this reason shall a man leave his father and mother. If you are not matured enough to leave your father and mother, you can't cleave to your wife. So marriage is only for interdependent people. If you can't trust someone, if you must go through somebody's phone to trust the person, please don't marry, I beg. If you can't trust somebody to travel and be their self, don't marry. If you must be calling, hey, who is there? I'm hearing you. Somebody is laughing there. It sounds like a girl's voice. Don't get married though. I see a lot of babies getting married. Number one, the worst kind of people that should ever get into marriage. Number two, manageable, but number three is the best marriage. Finally, all these things we are saying is already 6:30, so we have to start taking questions. All these things we are saying is very simple, but you can make it complicated for yourself. And the simplicity is over feelings. Marriage is not something you go into because you feel like it. Marriage is something you go into because you found somebody that can truly make you better. So love is not enough for marriage. Wisdom is what it takes to marry. And love devoid of wisdom will suffer, because wisdom protects love. So any heart that lacks wisdom will be broken. Write that down. All hearts that lack wisdom must be broken. One of the greatest tragedies or stories I've heard in Nigeria is a wonderful, talented woman called, what's her name? The Ekwueme woman. I think Osinachi or something. She had the love for her husband. The husband had domestic violence tendencies. And she didn't have the wisdom not to tolerate domestic violence. And she kept on tolerating it. And because her love lacked wisdom, she was killed by the husband. But that's not the most pathetic part of the story. When I heard the husband has been sentenced to death by hanging, my heart broke. I said, not only did the devil rid these children of their mother, he's also taking their father. All because of lack of wisdom. Another story that annoys me, please. If we can even take out this part of this video and share it to the whole wide world. Nigeria is the leading producer of children with sickle cell. About 150,000 children are born every year with sickle cell. Why? Because people lack the wisdom to know that AS and AS should not marry. People allow their love to be so emotional that they don't see wisdom for AS and AS not to marry. And if you've seen someone living with the sickle cell, the pain they go through, the crisis they go through, you'll be wondering, why are so many people this foolish? As I'm talking to you now, 150,000 people are born with sickle cell. 4 million Nigerians or thereabout live with sickle cell. So marriage just requires wisdom. And everything I said, if you forget it, don't forget this. This is the wisdom. 3 simple things. Number 1, become the best. Number 2, know the best for you. And number 3, never settle for less. If you do these three things, it's a simple wisdom. You become the best thing that can happen to any man as a woman. You become the best thing that can happen to any woman as a man. You know the best kind of woman that is for you. And go find that woman and never settle for less, even if you have to kiss a lot of frogs. Because in the fairy tale where a princess kisses a frog and it turns to a prince, in real life you kiss a lot of frogs that will just do whip, and you see that these are frogs. Smelly, nonsense frogs, all beautiful, some with six-pack and chest, some with tall legs and clean eyes, but they are all frogs. If it takes you kissing 1,000 frogs to get the person that is best for you, never settle for less, and you'll be happy in marriage. And I wish you happy married live in advance. Thank you very much. So we are going to take your questions so that today I can ask a question, please. Are you ready? Is the second mic ready? We need to ask questions today so that we don't deny people the opportunity of fast fingers, because before now, if you don't ask questions, it's as if we are only empowering the people that ask questions. Today, I must ask questions. If you want more on this topic during the recap, you can see more or learn more. Are we ready? Please, only important questions. We are wasting time. Don't keep me. This is already 6:37. I want to finish this before 7. First question, please. If you are not ready, I cannot take any question myself. I don't have time to waste time.
First question.
Yep.
Ame Godwin. Should religion or faith influence your choice of a life partner?
Yes and no. Yes, if the person wants to continue in their faith. I mean, no, if the person wants to continue in their faith. Yes, if the person is willing to change their faith. You cannot believe two different things and be married. Marriage is a journey in unison. If one person believes that we should be going this way and the other person believes we should be going this way, it will not work. So, but if you find somebody willing to follow you in your faith, even if they used to be a traditional worshiper and they are willing to follow your faith, marry them. Question number 2.
Emanuela Henry E. What do you have to say about parents that pick spouse for their kids?
Parents that pick spouse for their kids is the most will I say the most useless thing I've seen. Sometimes it works because you might be lucky. It's like gambling. But most times it doesn't work because parents don't know their children. I mean, all of us here, we know there are 1,001 things we did that our parents don't know of. There are things we like our parents don't know of. So if you don't know yourself, you can't pick a right spouse. How much more your parents? They can't really know you. So, but those parents that really know you and can tell what you like might help to suggest a spouse. Let me say it this way. Please, nobody can choose a spouse for you. People can only suggest. And when they suggest, don't agree because they suggested. That was one of the things I wrote there. No group marriage or third-party matchmaking. So third party includes your parents. They can suggest to you, like I can tell you, my sister is a nice person, meet her. When you meet her, shine your eye. If you don't like her, fire her. Don't marry her because she's mayor's sister. Next question. Question number 3.
Kizito Tabita. How can I tell the difference between love, infatuation, and genuine compatibility?
Love gives and forgives. Infatuation reacts and is dramatic. Love grows with time. Infatuation dies with time. Anybody you don't give to, you don't love the person. Love does not give excuse. The only thing that love does not give is excuse. If anybody, anytime you call somebody in the morning, sorry, it's too early now. Call in the afternoon, sorry, it's too hot. Call in the evening, sorry, it's too late. You too, sorry, there's no love. Anybody that does not give you time, attention, and money, the Bible says where a man's treasure is, there is also a man's heart is. It's the same thing with the heart too. Where a man's heart is, that's where the man's treasure goes to. The worst lovers in Nigeria are women. Women don't love. You are just there waiting for who will come and love you. Love gives and forgives. The only thing love does not give is excuses. In fact, the opposite of love is excuse. Anybody giving you excuse does not love you. Infatuation might be exciting and sweet, but with time, it dies. Love grows with time. So if you want to differentiate, give it time and give it challenges, circumstances. If I'm infatuated about you and you have a problem, I don't run. If I love you and you have a problem, that's when I'll come closer to help you with your problem. Next question. I deliberately do that to people. When I meet people and I know you don't love me, I'll create one kind of problem. You go run.
The next question. Miss Rosie
That's
Adigo,
question number 4.
is marriage really for everyone?
Marriage is not for everybody. But if children excite you, marriage is for you. If companionship excites you, like cuddling somebody and holding somebody, marriage is for you. If love and excites you, marriage is for you. A lot of Catholic priests and Catholic nuns or sisters use the Catholic celibacy to run away from marriage and responsibility. Some of them quietly are regretting, oh, I love children. I used to be a very staunch Catholic. People thought I was a seminarian. And people wanted me to become a priest. I met my priest then, Father Onoima, in Enugu Diocese. I said, I don't have a calling. I don't even know. I've not had a dream. I never meet God before. When you want to call me, I don't even get phone if you want to call me. How do I know if I want to be a priest? The first question he asked me, do you love children? I said, yes, plenty children. In fact, I hate family planning. He said, then you are not meant to be a priest. So marriage is not for everybody, but there are very few people that are eunuchs. The Bible says there are those that are born eunuchs and those eunuchs by choice. If truly you don't like children, you don't like companionship, marriage is not for you. But if you regret it, I see a lot of women, young girls say marriage is not for me at 20, 30. At 50, 60, they will start adopting. They will go and adopt the person that will even almost kill them. They will start looking for small boys to give them, get them pregnant and all that. So if you don't like children and you don't like companionship, marriage is not for you. Question number 5.
Okay, Ogene Obara. Is it right as a lady to take the first step to propose to a guy?
To propose to a guy is...
To opposites, yeah.
To propose to a guy is overstepping your bounds. You can let a guy know you like him, but you shouldn't propose to the person. It's like delivering goods to customers that have not paid for it. Your person no one buy your goods, you carry and go down for your house. That's what they do. As I am now, I'll give you my plot of land at a mad when you never pay. So a lady should show her interest to a man. If the man does not love you enough to propose to you, he's not man enough. Write this down. The other spelling of man is E-G-O, ego. But the only definition of man is responsibility. Any man that will not take the responsibility to propose to you, the responsibility to marry you, is not man enough. You can love him, but you can't marry him. Please, you guys should separate love from marriage. We're talking about wisdom. The Bible says anyone that cannot provide for his household is worse than an infidel. Any man that cannot propose to his woman is worse than an infidel. He's not your husband. Marriage is not by force. Remember what I said about the wrong spouse. You want to tolerate that man all your life? The right spouses that will propose to you, you celebrate. There's a place for what a woman should do, and there's a place for what a man should do. Let's not confuse our society with what is happening in America. Men are not women, women are not men. There's a role for everybody, but you must give and forgive. So if that man does not want you enough to come and propose to you, you are not his wife, look for your husband. Next question. Okay, can you, if I ask you what's your dream husband, can you write in that book, my dream husband is a guy that is so shy and cowardly that he cannot propose to me, I'll be the one to propose to him? If the question is yes, then write it in your own book. You go and propose to him. Question number 6. Please, we must not only ask questions about marriage. You can ask questions about anything that concerns life, business, and even if it doesn't concern today's topic. Before you start asking me whether you should marry somebody that doesn't love you.
The last
question
Mavis.
Number 6.
Philip.
Who?
Mavis.
Okay.
How can one manage a cheating partner?
Manage
a cheating partner
before marriage or after marriage? Please, if Mavis, anybody that cheats on you before marriage, fired. Get a non-cheating partner. Please, everything I said, can we go back to these slides, please? Those 7 steps. Number 1, this question shows that you didn't listen to what I was saying. Please watch the recap. Step number 1, find out what you want, observe and know what you want and what delights you. Step number 2, write down the kind of man you want. Mavis, if a cheating partner is part of the man you want, write it. Number 2, write the kind of woman that man will be and become the woman. Number 4, start working on yourself to become that person that will attract that person. And don't accept anybody that is not written. So if this question you're asking, I say, if the person, anything, if you wrote in the book that the person will be cheating, accept him now. If the person, the other question asks me if a woman will propose to you. If you wrote in that book that you are the one that will propose to your dream man, go and propose. Mavis, if you wrote there that the guy will be cheating, marry him. Please, you guys should stop asking me questions that show that you didn't listen to this. Next question, please. Okay, choose a reasonable question. If there's no reasonable question, let me ask my question and I'll end this live presentation.
What is the role culture and tribe play in selecting your spouse?
Compatibility. Culture and tribe has to do with compatibility. Oh. If in my tribe a woman cooks for me, your tribe a man cooks for you, and I'm not ready to cook for you, I'm not going to marry you now. If in my tribe a woman does not have right to say no to a man, her husband, sexually, and in your tribe is the husband has to kill one chicken before he sleeps with his wife, I no go marry, I no get chicken to kill. So culture and tradition and tribe plays everything in marriage because that's the compatibility. Remember the 15 compatibility test, it talks about their family and go back to that 15 compatibility. Number 8, family and social behavior. That's the culture and tribe. If you know rhyme, you know rhyme. Question number 8, please.
Anieta Dago. Can a wife convince her husband who is kind to outsiders but they are not loyal to him without her looking like a bad person?
Ask again. Can a wife?
Can a wife convince her husband, who is kind to outsiders, but they are not loyal to him without her looking like a bad person?
I don't understand the question.
I think what she's trying to say, how can a wife
Convince
yes,
a man.
yes, that outsiders that he's good to are not loyal to him? How can she change his mind for him to see that they are not loyal to him?
And now she should just see, Anita. A man, the Hausa people said, "Reshing gani ya fi dare duhu." Amma mai ki gani ba zai ki ji ba, or mai ki ji ba zai ki gani ba. Lack of sight is darker than night, and who refuse to hear no go refuse to see. If you cannot show your husband where those people are loyal, please shut up. Men don't like women telling us, this is your friend, no good, this is your... No. Catch the friend red-handed and show your husband, oh, see you. Only him will advise himself. But if you want to do aproko and start telling him, nah, catch the people red-handed, you will convince him more with evidence when he sees. And make sure you see and start praying that he sees. If his eyes are blind, like my wife, she'll see some of my friends and say, this person is not good. I say, is he your friend? But tomorrow when I come back, I say, see what that person do. She'll say, sure, I told you. So you can only inform your husband, but you can't convince your husband. You only convince him with evidence. Evidence, they say, is the end of argument. Question number 9.
Temitope, Janet, is it a must for a guy to kneel while proposing, sir? I saw trending videos where guys get rejection if they're not kneeling to propose.
Please, kneeling or no kneeling depends on the girl. If you know kneeling will make the girl happy and you love her enough to kneel for her. Compatibility test. Core values. Core values. Number 1. Look beyond kneeling. If we are here discussing about kneeling or no kneeling, it means we are all useless. We should be talking about her morals and your morals, her vision and your vision, her faith and your faith. Why you see people rejecting somebody for kneeling or no kneeling is because they lack focus. They lack character. Is it kneeling that will provide the school fees for the children you people are going to give birth to tomorrow? Is it kneeling that will allow your life vision to align? All those are rubbish. Whether you buy ring, you don't buy ring. Two cannot work together except they agree. When you find a wife, if she wants you to lie down, you will lie down for her to work on you, if that will make her happy. But after the proposal and after the wedding, how far? This 15 compatibility, the questions you are asking shows you are not listening to me. And I'm sorry, most of you missed it. Please watch the recap video. Last question.
Abubakar. Hosiani. Hosani.
Tell your sister to get ready to pick our correct answers.
How can
Abubakar Sani?
Yes, Abubakar. Yeah.
Sani, that's my friend. Yes, Abubakar. Mene.
How can a couple improve their communication to resolve conflicts and strengthen their bond?
Friendship. One of the greatest things, I said it, please, let's go back to, where is that slide? That I say any fool can fall in love, but it takes a deliberate person to stay in love. Let me go, I think, staying in love. Go back before the 15. Let me look for that slide. Abakar, the problem with men and women is that they stop campaigning. Before the 15 compatibility, that slide, all fools can fall in love. Please, everybody, listen very carefully. There's a story of a man that got married. Before this slide, this is the slide. That got married. And you are going back now. Go forward. You've passed the slide. Before the slide before the 15 compatibility, the one where that man is wearing black suit. All fools now. The next slide, you are going back. Go forward, Oga.
That's all is there.
This is the slide. So there's a story of a man that married a woman, and after 6 months, the woman came to him and said, Oga, well, we never marry, they buy me shawarma. You they call me every day. You they buy me ice cream. You they take me out. You they call me honey. Now we marry, you know they do any of those things finish. The man say, say that time I never marry you now, na campaign we they do. Now as I marry you, don't win election. We go campaign again. That's how Nigerian politicians behave. But real marriages, you must continue to campaign. What happens in marriages is people settle down and stop campaigning. I bought my wife ice cream today. Na campaign. I deliberately kiss my wife every day, tell her how much I love her every day. Na campaign. We are 2 years in marriage. If he makes her hair, I'll shout, wow. Na campaign. That's why it's deliberate discipline. If you are not willing to campaign for one person till you die, no marry am. So communication among spouse has to do with delightful intent. If you want to please your wife, there's a way to talk to your wife. If you want to please your husband, there's a way to talk to your husband. You know what your wife likes. You know what you buy for her and she will listen to you. You know what you do to her and you will listen to you. You know what you tell her. One of the greatest secret of marriage that is free, everybody can do, is compliments. A man is married to you, can never tell him he's handsome again. If he shave, come back, he'll just say, you don't bab. You know, say, wow, this barber tried today, you're looking so handsome. Hey, what happened? A woman makes her hair, just say, why did you waste time where you are making your hair? Instead of you to say, oh, shit, this hair is so fine, baby. Have you seen you? Come. Hey, can I marry you again? Compliment. There, even who is the most wicked person in Nigeria? That person like compliment. Even late Buhari, if you tell late Buhari that, hi, wallahi, Alaji, boo boo, you are handsome. Pai goes, hey, thank you, well done. Nobody doesn't love compliment. After compliment, wallahi, the way you cook, I don't really like it, and I don't know what to do. If I tell you, you get angry. If I don't eat your food, you don't get angry. What are we going to do? Communication starts. So if you don't break the ice, the white people call it breaking the ice. In marriage, sometimes we build up a lot of ice, frozen, and there is no communication. You need to use compliments, gestures, gifts to break the ice. Then when the ice don't break, everywhere don't melt. You can now talk. It's the same thing with love making. You don't just go there, bim. You make the person be in the mood. So don't stop cutting your husband because you're married, and don't stop cutting your wife because you're married. You must deliberately do it every day. Campaign continues. What breaks marriages is after election, they stop campaign. And in the next 5 minutes, we are going to take our answers. When I was talking today, I made a quote that weak people allow love to dash them, and strong people allow love to dash them. You are going to give me 2 words. Weak people allow love to dash. That's number 1. Strong people allow love to dash. So give me those 2 words. Weak people allow love to dash. Strong people allow love to dash. If you can remember, it shows you are paying attention. Rich people allow love to dash them. Strong people allow love to dash them. The first 10 correct answers will get, oh, they're already getting answers. Baby, the answer is spoil, spore. Check the first 10 people that got spoil and spore. Spoil, spore, spoil, spore. Spoil, spore, spoil, spore. Check the 10 first people that got spoil and spore. I think the first person here I'm seeing is, if it's only spoil, no. If it's only spore, no, it must be complete. Spoil, spore. I think the first person from my own side here is Emmanuel Ogo. Check if there's anybody before Emmanuel Ogo that got the right answer. The answer is, weak people allow love to spoil them, while strong people allow love to spoil them. Weak people allow marriage to make them crazy. Strong people allow marriage to make them better people. Weak people are better people before they get married. Weak people are useless people before they get married. Strong people are useful people before they get married. Weak people want to be useless to their spouse. Strong people want to be the best thing that happens to their spouse. So please get the list of the 10 winners so we can announce and we call it a day. But my closing, one of the most beautiful things that God has given to human beings is the gift of being like God. He said, let us make man in our own image and likeness. And the two things that makes God God, he has embedded in the institution of marriage. And the two things that makes God God is love, and God created the world. So love and creation are the two things that make God God. And he has deposited it most in marriage, where you show the highest level of love to your spouse and your children. And you have the opportunity to be like God and create children. Not only does the disposition, character, and demeanor of the person you choose to create with very important, but even the DNA and those subtle things that we don't see in the obvious are also important. And then it's so disheartening that there are 8 billion people in this world. And of the 8 billion, almost 4.5 billion are women and 3.5 billion are men. And you have the choice to choose of 3.5 billion or 4.5 billion people, and you still make the wrong choice. It's like going into an ocean of shoes and you're a size 7 and they ask you to choose one shoe out of 3.5 billion shoes, and you still choose a size 10 for your size 11 leg and the size 10 that is paining you in your ankle. One of the greatest mistakes that will determine whether your life turns out how is marriage, because even when you divorce, the history of divorce will follow you till you die. They will always say he was once divorced. And when you divorce with children, no matter how you justify the divorce, the lives of those children can never be the same. And our society is a reflection of our family values. Our society is rotting in decadence today because men and women have failed to become interdependent and matured enough to couple in unified marriages that will give bliss and joy and live happily ever after. And the worst thing is that marriage is so free and of free volition that nobody forces anybody to get married. It's a choice and is supposed to be born out of love. But most people don't even love themselves for them to be able to love another person. So the first place we have to start is, don't dream of marrying a spouse. Dream of marrying you. Can you marry you? Can you be the best spouse to yourself? If you were to be a wife to yourself as a woman, will you accept you as the best spouse in the world? If you were to be a husband to a wife, will you accept you as the best husband in the world. The greatest thing I see in marriage is not just making the right choice. The greatest thing is resolving to be the best thing that can happen to any man or woman, to be the best blessing any woman or man can have. When I did my own 7 steps assignment, I wrote so much that I'm going to be the best blessing any woman will ever have. And you can ask my wife, she will testify to that. And I said, before I choose, I must go around looking for who is worthy of this blessing. Because when you make yourself gold, gold is not put on the pig, on the nose of pigs, or on the neck of cows. Gold is put on the neck of princesses. If you are gold, you'll be looking for the woman that is princessy enough, royal enough, beautiful enough, well-mannered enough, has enough character to wear you as gold. If you're a woman and you are gold, you'll be looking for the prince or your knight in shining armor that is noble enough, loyal enough, royal enough, courageous and responsible enough to wear you as gold. But so many of us have refused to refine ourselves, and we are moving around like dirt or mud, looking for who to stain their destiny with us. It is only when you become valuable that you can make a valuable marriage. And the marriages in our society today are a reflection of the kind of people that we have become as a people. We now lack character, we lack love, we lack honor, we lack virtues, we lack so many things. And marriage cannot give what it does not have. There's no marriage in the world that gives couples anything. It is the couples that give everything to the marriage and make it beautiful. And one of the dangers of marriage is that when we don't succeed in marriage, we are discouraging the next generation from marrying. And marriage is the most beautiful thing. It's the only time we can truly be what God created us to be. God is love. We can only show the most love in marriage. God is a creator. We can only procreate with God in marriage. I am hoping that more people would decide to be the best thing that they can to the next person through marriage and resolve that they will not settle for anybody that is not worthy. I have a quote that says, giving the right thing to unworthy people is an insult to the worthy people. Don't insult that woman that has been praying for a man like you by carrying your wonderful self as a man to give to an unworthy woman. Don't insult the man that has been praying for a wonderful woman like you by carrying all this wonder and give to a useless man. Make sure you value those that have been praying for the best. By first of all, you become the best. Find those that are the best that have been praying for you as the best. And both of you come together and don't settle for less. I must see you when you send me the invitation card and you live happily ever after. See you in your marriage. Are we done? Yes. Okay. Are we back? Okay. I've just been told we've not called the winners. The winners is Emmanuel Ogo. Yes, I got it right. Emmanuel Ogo Ogo. Ozana Collins, Favor Godwin, Joshua Dennis. Is that Dennis? Dami. Okay. Joshua Dami. Sammy. Sweet Mercy. Adebayo Alaba again. Wait till I do this Alaba International match, guys. Onye Chinyere Rohobot. Chimdalu Abundance again. And what's this person? Princess Edith. What's this? Can you read this thing? Chuchu, come and read what your sister wrote. Somebody edit Princesses. Princessilis. Is that Princessilis edit? So this is the first day that I've not seen any Lawal. What happened to the Lawal family? Una no get network. So these people have all won 30,000. Emmanuel Ogo, Ozona Collins, Favor Godwin, Joshua Dami, Sammy, Sweet Mercy, Adeboy Alaba, Onyechi Nyere Rehoboth, Chimdalo Abundance, and Princess Coles Edit or Princess something Edit. You've all won 30,000. We'll take the next topic and the person will win 30,000 too. And we're looking for topic. Please, I want topics that are important. I don't want intelligent topics that are not practical. We are going to take the next topic, how to know your self-worth, by Barbara Dago. I mean, what? This network, I couldn't screenshot it too. Barbara, whatever, send your topic again, Barbara. How to know your self-worth. Send it again so that we can screenshot it. Barbara, how to know your self-worth. I want to get screenshot it, Barbara, so send it again. Barbara, have you seen it? Anybody that sees it, screenshot it. Barbara, somebody send your topic again, or how to discover your self-worth. Barbara, how to discover your self-worth. If you don't get your name, you are not getting your 30K, so send it again. Barbara, send your topic again. How to discover your self-worth. I don't think I can find it again. Barbara, maybe you are offline. When the video is over, you send the topic again as a message in the comment section. So we'll call it a day. Thank you today. I didn't want to take our time more than necessary. If you settle for less, you are going to have less. Whatever you settle for, that is what you're going to get. Where are you, Nicholas? Put this last slide. This is the wisdom. Become your best. Know your best. Leave it there for the next 5 minutes and or the next 1 minute before you cut, so that it can register in the minds of people. See you next week. Thank you. The third to the last slide. Oh my God. And we can't add background sound to this, Abby. Okay. Can I be singing in the background? Man, they sing, we know they sell house, we they sell value. Or which song you want I sing? Or that, what's his name? Governor song. Day your day, make I day my day. We feel remix and become your best. Make you know your best. Never settle. If you settle, you go lost. Oh. No, you know, enter. We need song where we will sing for background. Please, if you are still listening to me, you don't have time. You are supposed to just screenshot this thing and end this live. But you are still here listening to This is the wisdom. Become your best. Know your best. Never settle low for less. So no, you know, enter. I need another song. Which song you sabi again? You know sabi song? I never marry. What? That one when they say you go kneel for your wife. What if the wife say you go sing for him before you marry? Now I'm saying you no go marry you. Hey, Nicholas no go marry you. Che. Hey. So a woman now say sing for me. Now here you go, they say you no get song. So we should sing as we dey sweet us. He dey pain them. Eh? Now you sing for your wife. No wonder marriage no dey happen. Eh? See you. No wonder una no fit marry. Hey. Me want sing for my wife. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? And I wonder where you are. And I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely? Or is someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart. 'Cause I never have a clue. But let me end this life by saying I love my wife. Cut this thing. When did they allow people they listen to expensive romantic joke? You know, say people never marry. I mean, call this thing. Make we dey serious next Sunday. See you next Sunday.